Namaste students, welcome to our EVS class. In today's class, we are starting another block. This is block 15. Today's lesson is about changes in our lifestyle. On the screen you can see there are many houses. If you observe carefully, there are a few houses whose roofs are covered with tiles, right? So we have these houses here. How are the houses long back? Some 100 years ago, were the houses same? At present on the screen there you see that the houses are built in a small space. There is not much open space between them. But in the olden days, houses were built in a large space. They used to have a big courtyard, right? Courtyard, open space in front of the house. Okay, but now how the houses have changed? In very less space, people are building buildings. People are living in very less space, small rooms, no big courtyards. So we understand that our lifestyles are changing. So let us move on and learn more. Today we will learn how things change over time. Okay, how do things change over time? Our food, houses, and clothing were different in the past from what they are now. Okay, the food we eat now, okay, it changed. Previously in the past, people's food was different. The houses have changed, the clothing also, okay, the clothes that we wear also changed. The keywords that we are going to learn are past. What is past? Events that have clearly or events that have already happened. Past events that have already happened. Present events that are happening now. Lifestyle, the way people live. What has changed in your life since last year? Write down any three things in your notebook. Okay, since last year, compare last year and present year. What has changed in your life? You write in your notebook. Now look at the pictures in the section changes in our lifestyles in the content book. Okay, write past and present below these pictures. So you are going to open your content book and you are going to write past and present. Right? So we already read this lesson. I am reading it once again. Please follow the lesson. Many years ago, our lives were different from our lives today. Our houses, foods, and clothes have changed over time. So here you can see the houses are big, built in big open space. They have a big courtyard in front of them. Now, earlier houses in towns had more space and were spread out. They often had a courtyard. Earlier, people usually ate home cooked food made from crops that were grown in their own area. Okay, if you look at the food, people used to eat what was grown in their area. But now, tell me how the food changed now. We have a very big variety of food. Okay, not just a few grain and millets, but we have different varieties of food available. People are eating different varieties of food, and sometimes we even eat food from outside, which is cooked outside the house. Now let us read this. Earlier, people usually ate home cooked food made from crops that were grown in their area. So look at this picture here, the elderly people here. Okay, this photo is from the past. Earlier, most people in India wore only clothes such as dhoti kurta, with or without a turban, salwar kameez or a sari. So let us compare. Nowadays, houses in towns and cities are built close to each other, okay, very close to each other. It is hard to find much open space in cities and towns today. Can you find very big open spaces in towns and cities today? Very hard, no? Now, look at the food here, the picture of food here. What is that they are eating? Today, people can eat a variety of fruit and vegetables which grow in many different areas. They also eat a lot of packaged food. What is packaged food? Okay, food that is already cooked, which comes in packages, right, in packets. Sometimes we also have instant food where you all you have to do is that open the packet, pour some water, mix it and put it on the stove and heat it, then the curry is ready or the rice is ready. Okay, this is called as packaged food. I repeat once again because someone from our class asked me what is the meaning of the word packaged food, madam. Means, okay, we at home we cook the food, okay, but when we buy food from outside, it will be in packets, right? Cooked food will be in packets. They'll pack it and give us. Now, now people wear t-shirts, shirts, dresses, and pants along with Indian clothes. Now we can see that people are wearing t-shirts, shirts, dresses, pants, and also Indian clothes also. But in the past, people used to wear, women used to wear sari and men used to wear dhoti kurta or salwar kameez. Okay. Now words to learn. Courtyard. What is courtyard? An open space in a house with rooms made around it. Packaged food, cooked food sold in packets and boxes. So let us answer the practice questions. In the past, more men wore dash than in present. Pants or dhoti. In past, what did people wear? Dhoti is the answer. Okay, first fill in the blank. A bit dhoti. People wore more of dhoti. In present, houses are built dash each other. Close to each other or far away from each other? Close to each other. Close is the answer. A1 is dhoti, B1 is close. Second question, write one difference each between the foods, houses, and clothing of the past and the present. You can happily draw one table in your classwork. In your notebook, draw one table. You write past and present. And you can write about these 3 points: foods, houses, and clothes. How to do it? Once again, I'll explain. Open your EVS notebook, draw one table, then draw one line in between. Heading you put as past and present. Past in one box and present in one box, and write 3 points. Okay, 1 point about food, 1 point about houses, one about clothing. What will you write about food? First point, you should write that in past, food people used to eat food that was grown in their area. Then come to the next box, present. People eat a variety of food now and also packaged food. Then houses. In past, people built houses very close to each other. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I said it wrong. In past, people used to build houses in large open space and they had courtyards. At present, people build houses close to each other and no open space, right? And when it comes to clothing, you can write in past people mostly wore dhoti kurta or sari salwar kameez. At present, people wear different dresses like t-shirts, pants, mm, and salwar kameez and Indian clothes also. Okay. Now, second question, write one difference each between the food, houses, and clothing that we have done. Third question, things around us are always changing. Use an example from your neighborhood, or your surroundings to explain this. Okay, observe in your street, in your colony, what are the things that have changed. Okay, you can compare with the last year, okay, previous year and present year. Maybe some building was built or something was built or something was removed, that you can write one sentence about it. Okay, let's move on to the next uh, topic. Let us watch this video. Okay, observe the video, what's happening in that.
Children played different outdoor games. Now, along with playing outdoor games, children also play video games indoors. Earlier people lived in large houses which often had a courtyard. Today, many live in high-rise buildings. There are various things that have changed from the past.
Let us watch the video once again.
Earlier, children played different outdoor games. Now, along with playing outdoor games, children also play video games indoors. Earlier people lived in large houses which often had a courtyard. Today, many live in high-rise buildings. There are various things that have changed from the past. Okay.
Which things in the pictures were more common in the past and which are more common today?
Let's
Different varieties of vegetables and fruit are more commonly found now in the past. Okay, nowadays we are eating more of vegetables, different variety of vegetables and fruits. In the past, so many were not available. Houses with bigger spaces with a courtyard were more common in the past than they are now. Okay, in the past there were houses which were built in bigger spaces. They had courtyard. Okay, pants and t-shirts are more commonly worn now. Okay, pants and t-shirt people are wearing more commonly now. Okay, this picture you can draw in your EVS notebook. In the past, what type of food they ate? They ate what was grown in their area. Then houses, they lived in big houses with a courtyard. Then clothes, more dhoti kurta. Okay, they wore dhoti kurta, turban, salwar kameez and sari. At present, how it is, what type of food? They eat different types of food. Houses, they live in small houses which are close to each other. Then they wear pants, shirts, t-shirts or dresses. Okay, if you draw this in your EVS notebook, you will get one answer. Okay, you will get an answer for one question, that is third question in content book practice questions. Right, let's move on. How did food, houses and clothing change over years?
let
There is a large variety of food items to choose from today. In the past, people usually ate what was grown in their area. Houses have changed over the years to become smaller with less open spaces. Okay, the houses have become smaller. They don't have open spaces now. While many people continue to wear clothes like dhoti, kurta, salwar kameez, and sari, many others now wear pants, t-shirts, shirts, and dresses. Okay, even clothes also. There are people who wear dhoti, kurta, and sari, but and also some people even wear t-shirts, shirts, dresses, salwar kameez, etc. Right? Now, what continues to be the same in people's lives over time? What did not change? What is same?
let's
Over time, people continue to live in houses with their families. Yes, in the past, people used to live with their families. Even today, also, people are living with their family members. They continue to eat food to get energy and wear clothes to protect themselves. In the past, people ate food to get energy and they wore clothes to protect themselves. Even today, also, people eat food to get energy and wear clothes to protect themselves. Right? So
okay.
now all of you open your worksheet. This is 15.1. Put today's date. Changes in our lifestyle. Read the conversation between Mimi and her grandmother and answer the question. So here we have one grandmother and granddaughter. Here they are talking something. Maybe they are discussing about present and past, how life was in the past. Okay, who do you think that past? Okay, grandmother. or Mimi? Okay, let us see what they are talking about. Read the conversation between Mimi and her grandmother and answer the questions. So, grandmother is saying something. You know, Mimi, when I was young, I could never eat apples because they did not grow where I lived. Grandmother is saying that she didn't eat apples when she was a child. What is Mimi saying? Oh, really? I am happy. We can get so many kinds of fruits and vegetables now. Okay, let us see what they are saying in the second picture. Even my house was very different. It was much bigger and had a courtyard. Grandmother is saying that her house was very big. It had a courtyard. What is Mimi saying? I would love to live in a big house. Our house is small and both of us have to share a room. Okay, now let us answer these questions. Question 1, write if true or false. In past, Mimi's grandmother could eat any fruit she wanted. False. Okay, A1 is false. B, in present, Mimi's house is small. True. Second question, what are Mimi and her grandmother wearing? Okay, Mimi is wearing a t-shirt and pant and grandmother is wearing a sari blouse. Okay. B. How have the foods and houses changed from the time when Mimi's grandmother was young to now? Okay. So you have to compare, you have to write about how was the food and houses when our grandmother, Mimi's grandmother was young. Okay. In the past, there was less food available, less variety of food available, and people ate what was grown in their area. Okay, but now people eat a variety of food. Houses in the past, houses were big and they had large open spaces and courtyard. At present, uh, houses are small and built in small space and no open space. Question 3, what do you think has remained the same in Mimi's grandmother's life? What is same? She is still wearing the same sari she used to wear when she was young in the past, and even today also she's living with her family members. These two things, same clothes, living with family members, that you can write. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, now time. Okay.
Open your content book. We have already answered these questions, so read the lesson. Nana, this is something different what I am telling you today. Read the lesson from the content book and underline how were things in the past. When you are reading the lesson, there are many things which are mentioned, that how things were in the past. Okay, in the olden days how things were. You please underline those sentences and words. Okay, and do complete your workbook, answer the questions in the worksheet, complete the answers in the content book, read the lesson twice, beta. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.